How's it going, guys? It's HermitGRAB here, and I'm back. It's been a while. It's been around 4 to 5 months since my last video, and a lot of stuff has been happening. A lot of good things, a lot of bad things, but that's just life. So what happened while I was inactive? Well, a lot of good things, and one of those good things is my graduation. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, throughout my time in YouTube, I have been in school. I don't really talk about it that much unless you follow my community posts, but in my videos, I never really talked about school that often. But now, I'm finally graduated. I got my degree, I marched, and it was really fun. And of course, family partied with me, and we just had a lot of really good times. I also celebrated my 24th birthday last month, and it has been very interesting. I feel much older now. Isn't that fun? So, while I was inactive, I was also learning a new editing software. You saw that in my previous video with Raiden Shogun, and that is because while I was doing the Raiden Shogun video, I unfortunately lost my Adobe account. And that's majorly because the Adobe account is related to my school address. It's related to my school email address. So the thing is, now that I'm graduated, I don't have access to Adobe anymore. So now I spent this time learning new kinds of software, both for visuals, audio, video, and editing and all that kind of stuff. And it's been pretty challenging, but it's also been pretty fun to learn these new things. I have been relying a lot on DaVinci Resolve for my video editing process, and it has been absolutely great. And I have been relying on GarageBand and Audacity for my audio stuff, and that's been really good too. Photopea is basically Photoshop, but it's in the web, and it's been really good. And I have also been trying out Inkscape as the Illustrator alternative, and it has been quite interesting lately. Some of the tools that I have been using in Adobe are not there, so it's a little tricky for me to transition to that application. So it's been pretty interesting. It's been really good. I have gotten used to DaVinci right now, and I have my own settings, and it's been really fun. So now that we got out of that situation, what are we going to be expecting forward for the channel? Well, there's going to be, of course, more Genshin Impact content. Ever since I was gone, we have been in the thick of Natlan, and now we have been out of Natlan. Natlan is now finished, and I have a lot of stuff to talk about with Natlan. And also, we have a lot of situations, like the Lantern Rite story was really good. We also have the future of Inazuma to talk about. We also have so many interesting things to talk about with Genshin Impact, and some of it has to do with the fan base, some of it has to do with just the game, some of it has to do with what we can help improve with the game, and it's just going to be a lot of great stuff from me in talking about Genshin Impact. If you want me to talk about something about Genshin Impact, like a subject or some kind of topic to discuss, you can let me know in the comments. Next will be Honkai Star Rail content. Now, Honkai Star Rail has been featured in the channel before, and it has been doing quite well. It doesn't really have the same amount of numbers, but it also gives it some kind of spotlight for the channel. Like, you don't have that many Honkai Star Rail videos in the channel, but there are in there, and whenever I talk about it, I put a lot of effort into it. I put a lot of emphasis into it, especially if we are comparing or trying to get stuff from Honkai and bringing it to Genshin. So that's going to be pretty interesting there, but there's a lot of stuff to talk about there. We are in the thick of Amphorius right now. A lot of people are pissed with the storytelling, the black screens, and all that kind of stuff, and there's a lot to talk about there. So again, if there's going to be a topic or some kind of discussion that you want me to have in Honkai Star Rail, you can let me know in the comments. Then, finally, is Zenless Zone Zero. So Zenless Zone Zero is the newest child of Hoyoverse. John Hoyo has been a very good father lately. So Zenless a lot of good stuff to talk about there too. There's a lot of really cool things happening from Zenless. It's one of my favorite games in terms of the overall vibe, the casualness of it all, and the fact that they don't really rely on familiar faces. Like, they don't rely on a Raiden A, they don't rely on a Sela, on a Bronya, or a Himiko XP. Like, they have their own unique characters, and they all have their own individual personalities and behaviors, and it's a lot of really good stuff coming from Zenless. I love the music in Zenless, honestly. It's kind of like my personal type of music, majorly because it reminds me of Persona's vibes. So I enjoy it. I really enjoy Zenless Zone Zero content. I really enjoy Zenless's story, especially with what they did with 1.2. But I also have some thoughts about the story too. Like, Zenless is not exempt from my criticisms of the game, but every game has it, and I really enjoy Zenless either way. So that's pretty much it. I am now finally gonna talk about Hoyoverse in general. So yeah, now we are going to be in this ride together, and I hope you guys will subscribe so that you will join me on this new ride of the HermitGRAB channel. And again, hope you guys like the video and subscribe to the channel with post notifications on so that you can be the first to see my newest video and, of course, to win your 50/50s. Comment down below what video do you want me to do next, and I'll reply to as many comments as I can. And as always, I'm HermitGRAB, and I'll see you soon.